Hey y'all, it's Wild Riley. I'm back here to talk about why you should have bees, especially if you feel this kind of urge or this curiosity towards beehives. Now I paint my beehives camo and have them kind of rustic colored because I'm not trying to attract attention, and one day they might try to like crack down on beekeepers, which there's a lot of talk about that. And I'm into self-reliance, and I don't really want to beg permission for my beehives and what I do with them and where I put them and stuff. And I don't want to attract extra attention unnecessarily. It's just a little backyard beekeeping operation. I have probably like 11 hives here this year, and we'll see how many survive winter. But with bees, I consider their pollination a service enough. If a beehive produces enough fertility in your trees to where all your blossoms are getting pollinated and your fruit set's bigger, to me that's a job well done for your beehives. And if you are a good shepherd to your bees, just like a shepherd with his sheep, they'll produce an excess of honey, and then you'll actually have to lift or alleviate them of some of that honey, because frame after frame of honey is kind of like a heat sink, and the beehives have to maintain an internal temperature of 94 degrees Fahrenheit. So if they have to heat up all that excess honey, it's a drag on the hive, and especially on cold nights they have to kind of reach out to collect that honey to turn it into energy. They metabolize the honey. So sometimes I'll harvest honey like in the spring, like right before the main nectar flow, just to alleviate the hive of its honey to make room for fresh honey. Otherwise it could also get honey bound, where there's so much honey within the hive that there's nowhere for the queen to lay her eggs to create more worker bees. So that's a good reason to harvest honey. Or in the fall, before I take anything from the hives, I'll take and redistribute, kind of like a socialist dictator. I'll take and redistribute the wealth amongst all the different hives. So if I have really productive ones, sorry, a bee just ricocheted off my forehead. If I have really productive hives and kind of underperforming hives, I'm gonna kind of transfer some of that honey to the underperforming hives, just to boost them with that healthy honey, so that they can continue keeping and maintaining the inside of that hive until the next winter. It's better than trying to feed them sugar water, because I could just literally take a frame of honey and move it from one hive to the next and kind of trade an empty one for a full one. And that's a good way to go. It's quick, and it provides the bees with enough nourishment and energy to get through winter. So having a good resource like honeybees and the skill to keep them is a way to learn a lot about the world, and it's also a way to produce a resource like pollination or like honey production. Now one of these hives is struggling because it's cranky. I got one hive is sending these guard bees out to kind of run me out, so I'm going to kind of step away, and I'll probably come back with a veil and do some inspections on these hives next chance I get. So anyway, Wild Riley out. Thank you for watching.